The Gilgo Beach murder suspect is due in court today, where he's expected to be hit with a fourth murder charge. Rex Heuermann has already been charged with killing 3 women whose bodies were found on Gilgo Beach back in 2010. Authorities have said Heuermann is also the prime suspect in the killing of a 4th woman. He has pleaded not guilty, and we are going to dive into this a little more. Joining us now is New York criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor David Schwartz to help put these new developments into perspective. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's get right into it. What's expected to happen today? Can you walk us through the timeline of events?
Sure. Today is not going to be that big of a deal. What they're going to do is they're going to bring Heuermann into court this morning. Heuermann is going to be arraigned on the 4th indictment. He will probably waive the reading of that indictment, so the whole indictment won't be read to the court. Heuermann will plead not guilty, and bail will remain with no bail conditions, and he'll be remanded to the Suffolk County Prison. So that's really all that's going to happen this morning. The DA may give some facts in court. I know DA Tierney is going to have a press conference afterwards to talk about the 4th Gilgo murder victim.
And David, the last time we heard from investigators, we were told that this case was, quote, winding down. Can you take us behind the scenes? What has been happening since then?
Right. Well, the investigation for the first 3. So Heuermann was indicted and remanded for the first 3 murders. They made the strategic decision to make the arrest at that moment in time because they were already surveilling him for about a year, and they just didn't want anything to go wrong. So they made that arrest, and in the meantime, they were investigating the 4th murder, and they were waiting for the mitochondrial DNA analysis on the 4th murder. And this is a scientific case. This is a DNA case. And that's what DA Tierney did. There were no eyewitnesses to this case, so it's a circumstantial case plus scientific evidence.
Okay, so if Rex Heuermann is indeed charged with a 4th murder, would that change the case? How would it change the case?
Well, it makes the case, you have to prove each and every element of each and every crime on each and every murder. So it makes the case more complicated. But actually, when you're trying a serial killer, it actually tightens up the case in certain ways, but in other ways, you still have to prove the scientific evidence. DNA is not a layup. Everybody thinks DNA is a layup. It's not a layup because they didn't use nuclear DNA, which specifically points to a particular person. They used mitochondrial DNA because of 13 years later, all this time went by, which excludes 99.6% of the population. So it's scientific evidence plus circumstantial evidence. They have his truck, they have phone records, they have all types of other evidence that they're going to piece this case together. So I expect this case to be a complicated case, and I expect it to last a good amount of time, a long time.
All right, David, thank you so much for your insights. David Schwartz, New York criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you.